But really, the main reason we wanted to do puppets was just because we hate actors. All of them.
Everybody.
Every single goddamn one of them. Matt Damon! That's why we do all the voices in South Park and we do animation, is because no matter how big or small the actor, they always just have, you know, such an attitude and think that they're all rad. And, you know, there's no lamer thing you can be in the world than an actor. It's the most self-serving. I'm just going off on a rant now.
You say in the extra material on the Team America DVD that you hate actors. Any comment on that?
We do. We do hate actors for the most part. And the misconception is that, at least for me, the misconception people think that I hate actors like, you know, Clooney and that I hate big rich people, famous actors. And the truth is that's not true. I hate actors. I hate even friends of mine and people I meet in LA who are trying to be actors. Like if that's the profession you're trying to be, I just immediately hate you.
And what did Matt Damon ever do to become this ultimate?
You know, but that's the thing is we don't think about this stuff that much. It's like Matt Damon, he literally the sculpt came out of the oven just kind of looking mentally retarded, and so we're just looking at the puppet and we're sitting there riffing on like just making retarded noises, and it's like that's why he's retarded. I think Matt Damon's a really talented actor, and I've met him before. He's a great guy. And I'm sure he has a sense of humor about it, because it's obviously so stupid, it can't really be a thing.
Have you heard from any other celebrities appearing in the film?
We haven't heard personally, but we did hear that Matt Damon liked the movie, which is cool. And we've met Matt before. Like he's a nice, normal guy, and I think he has a sense of humor, unlike Mr. Penn.
Do you guys think that the general public in America cares about what actors think politically?
I think that foolish ones do, and I think that, you know, but I think that the vast majority thinks like we do, which is like, will you please get off the news? I'm trying to get informed here. You know, will you please not cut to Sean Penn now? I want someone to tell me what's going on.
Wait a minute, you've got Danny Glover, you've got Sean Penn, you've got Alec Baldwin.
But they're just fun.
Why are they villains? What?
But they're funny. You know, I mean, it's funny to take those activist actors and elevate them to the level to what they think they are in their minds. You know, like dogs, they'd say that dogs think every dog in its brain thinks it's a huge wolf, you know, like even poodles. I just think like actors in their mind think they're like these really important, like world leaders. Yeah. You know, that when Sean Penn is on TV on CNN before the Iraq War talking about the nuclear non-proliferation treaty.
Super funny.
That is pure comic gold. Like there's just I don't care what side of the aisle you're on. I don't care what you think about the Iraq War. I don't care what you think about nuclear weapons. That is funny.
No, it's great to see you having fun at the expense of some of Hollywood's biggest stars. Have any of them come back with any feedback?
Only one hasn't. That's Sean Penn. You know, we have like featured like 8 or 9 like actors in the movie, and that part of the movie was supposed to be, and whether it works or not, I don't know, but it was supposed to be about how when you become a celebrity and you become like very celebrated, you think you know everything about everything, including like geopolitics.
When you don't.
When you obviously don't. So Sean Penn's the only one who got mad. The rest of them, I think, have a sense of humor about it.
You portrayed some actors in Team America. Among them was Sean Penn. He didn't really like that.
Yeah. No, Sean Penn didn't like his portrayal. Sean wrote us a letter. He actually wrote us a letter before the movie came out, so he hadn't even seen it. But apparently he was just really upset that we would dare to make fun of him, you know, because nobody makes fun of Sean Penn.
That you were going to be too close to reality, maybe.
Yeah, and very close to reality. Well, and with the thing, what's funny is that in the movie, the way we make fun of him is he's always going, well, I've been to Iraq, so I know what's going on. And basically in the letter he wrote us, it said, I've been to Iraq, and I know what's going on. So we got it, and I was like, Matt, did you write this?
I read somewhere, you told us before here, that Sean Penn had some things to say about his portrayal in Team America. The way you portrayed him.
Right.
Any comments on that?
Well, he didn't really. He had actually wrote us a letter. He wrote a letter to the world before he actually even saw the movie. So I can't say he was mad about his portrayal. I don't know why he was mad. He's just a mad guy. He knew that we had made fun of him in the movie, and that's all he knew, and that was enough to set him off. So I don't know. And if you've seen the movie, he's made into a little puppet, and a house cat eats him. And to be mad about that is kind of. He's just sort of a humorless guy, obviously. He must be insane.
Barbra Streisand. You guys have gone after Barbra Streisand time and time again. You seem to enjoy mocking Barbra Streisand.
It's not. We're not mocking Barbra Streisand. We hate her.
We hate her.
And people are always like, don't you get sick of making fun of, of hating Barbra Streisand? It's like, no. Do you get sick of hating Satan? No.
Right. When you see evil, you must fight it. That's
destroy evil. That's
Yeah.
what
We actually view our job like people don't like. We are kind of freaky because we do view our job as we are fighting the good fight against evil. Whether it's Barbara Streisand
Or the
or
Academy
politicians
Awards.
or Academy Awards, like we fight the good fight.
Right.
He may not be on our side, but
You're relentless in your bashing of Barbara Streisand.
Yeah. Well, so the thing we've always said is whenever we make fun of a celebrity, it's not, usually we don't even know them, and we're not making fun of them, we're making fun of the fact that, that our culture embraces them so much, and so, except with Barbara Streisand, we really hate her. Like, she's the one we really can't stand. So,
Yeah. No, why do you cheer? No. Why must we create hate? But anyway, go ahead. You've created a Streisand monster who's on the TV show.
We did an episode,
It was more inspired from like her real life antics, you know. We figured
we did an episode called Mecha Streisand where she was like she decided to take over the entire world and, really, really become the bitch she is, but Robert Smith from The Cure came and destroyed her.
Did Barbara Streisand ever contact you?
Barbara Streisand didn't contact us directly, but someone asked her, we saw a thing where someone asked her if she'd seen the episode, and she wouldn't respond to it. She just said, "Those guys are the reason for all the negativity and cynicism in our society." Like, wow.
She actually lumped us in with Beavis and Butthead. She was like, South Park and Beavis and Butthead are the reason for all the negativity and cynicism.
Which is just so, the fact that I got under her skin even a little bit is so awesome.
Michael Moore is depicted in this film, along with a lot of other celebrities.
Yes. Yeah.
You guys sort of go after Michael Moore, and I thought that's surprising because Michael Moore was in. He interviewed you on Bowling for Columbine, and I remember thinking, I thought those guys were friends with Michael Moore. Did they have a falling out? What happened
it wasn't so much that we had a falling out. It was that, he asked me to do the interview for Bowling for Columbine because I grew up in Littleton, Colorado. What he did that made us a little angry is he put an animation that is right after my piece in Bowling for Columbine that's very South Park-esque in its look. And I think 99% of the people who saw Bowling for Columbine think Trey and I did that animation.
So then later when he did Fahrenheit 9/11, people were like, well, Michael Moore kind of lies and manipulates to make people think certain things. We're like personal victims of that. so we basically decided to make it into a puppet and blow him up.
I mean, he didn't explicitly say Matt and Trey did this animation, but he made it look like it. And that's what he does in his movies, is he uses two images put together and he creates meaning where there is none.
And he's fat.
There's a lot of people pissed off at us from this movie.
Why
Winona Ryder is really pissed off. Winona Ryder's pissed off.
Yeah. Well, I was going to say, did one of you boys ask her out and she said no, or what was that about?
No, it wasn't. I don't know why. We just were sitting around. I was like, what about a vaginal ping pong ball thing? And Trey's like, Winona Ryder. We're like, yeah, that fits. That's good. It's kind of like it's just kind of like whatever you blurt out first is kind of what always sticks. Yeah.
We're gonna make it an actress, right?
Yeah, I was thinking of making it some actress, like one of the nominees from this year's Oscars.
They've said fuck you to every celebrity pretty much, which they were doing before the show too. They would fart on celebrities at parties.
Well, it's true because the thing is when we came to LA, and we were such losers that our favorite thing to do was to go to bars and try to find someone famous and fart on them and get a picture of it. Yeah. So I have we're in a park. We're at a party and Richard Dreyfuss was there.
I have to fart. I'm like, let's get a picture. And he walks over and and I just whipped it out and took this picture, figuring it would just be a blue blur of his shirt. Here's Trey farting on Richard Dreyfuss, but it turned out pretty good. You see Richard back there, and then we see Trey squeezing out.
We got the best was Danny DeVito, because he's just right there, my ass level.
If you guys were asked by Jerry Bruckheimer to do an action movie, would you do it, and for how much?
Yes, I would love to work with Jerry Bruckheimer. Even though a lot of Team America is making fun of Jerry Bruckheimer movies, I'm fascinated by his movies and how big and successful they are.
It just seems like endless amounts of cash and just go kind of different places around the world and have a good time. And
go different places around the world, blow stuff up, and get paid tons of money. Yeah, that sounds pretty good.
Yes, that was originally what we wanted to do. We wanted to redo Armageddon with puppets and not change a line. He basically does make comedy. It is just, he just doesn't realize it because he's a turd.
We went to some acting workshops, and I would say to Matt, I would have to say, Steve, I can't get my truck to work. And I'd have to come in and say, Kevin, Grandpa's really sick. Yeah, come quick. And so we would just do that over and over. I can't get my truck to work. See, you believe that, don't you?